All right, folks. Hiya. How you doing? It is back testing season. Let me know how the audio is, Chad. Let me know if the music's too loud, too soft. Let me know. It's a little bit loud in my ears. I'm going to turn it down for myself. But you guys let me know how you're hearing it. How is everybody doing today? I am super excited for session number 3, testing that turtle wave. We're going to be doing really well today, Chad. We're going to be doing really well. We're going to add a couple more confluences to the turtle wave. So let me know if you guys are excited. Who's in the chat? Dylan Savage in the building. What's up, my man? The turtle savage. The savage wave rider. What's up, Dylan? But yeah, Chad, let me know who's in here with me. Super excited for what's going to be a good sesh. Been doing a lot of back testing in the background, trying to add a couple confluences into the strat. So I'm really keen to see what we can get into. We'll be there. What's up? Hope you're having a fantastic one. Rux, my man, how you doing? Super excited for this one, Chad. I think this is going to be good. Turtle Wave has been turtle waving. I will admit though, I don't like where we are at this all-time highs business, because we've been ranging around all-time highs the last couple of days. So Turtle Wave has been taking a couple good trades, couple rangy knocks, which has not been super ideal, but overall it has been winning, Chad. So I can't complain too much. We are up on my forward testing account, which is quite nice. So, yeah, can't complain too much. Just want to get to, okay, I want us to back test. So what we're going to do, how do you want me to structure this actually? What I want to do is I want to back test the previous set of data, only now we're going to add a couple confluences to it. Trying to see if the confluences we add or subtract to our how successful the turtle wave is as a strat. So I'm just gonna, I think we're gonna start on the 1st of October. No, hasn't happened yet. 1st of August. Let's start on the 1st of August. Okay, let's go into it, Chad. Let's do some back testing. Yeah. Let me just adjust my screen here for you guys, just so that it is a little bit better. Let's see here. Let's move all of this that way, and then I'm gonna move the screen more there. Okay, Chad, does that look better? Okay, so I'm using the 2Gs indicator. If you guys don't have access to the 2Gs indicator, join Project G. Really good. And if you join Project G, you get access to the 2Gs indicator, which is just a bunch of indicators smashed into one. So what we're going to be looking at is, for this session, is we're going to be taking into consideration Asia lows and Asia highs. So we're looking at what the Asian range is as what we call key levels. So we're looking at certain key levels and we're adding them to this turtle strat. So for those of you who do not know what the turtle wave is, it's basically looking at the 200 EMA as your directional marker. If price breaks above the 200 EMA and closes on the 15-minute timeline, you take your trade 10 pips above that, you're going for a long. If it breaks below, you're going for a short. If it rejects breaking above and closes below, you're looking for shorts. If it rejects closing below and closes above, you're looking for longs. Basically what it is. Blindly looking at just that with zero other confluences, literally the easiest strat in the world, we achieved a, what was it in the last backtesting session? With the 1.25R, we had 24 wins to 14 losses. With the 2R, we had 19 to 19. So what we're going to look at now, we're going to look at both. We're going to look at actually three different strats. I'm going to look at the 1.25. I'm going to look at the. Actually, I'm going to look at a 1. So a 1 is to 1. I'm going to look at a 1 is to 2. And I'm going to look at a negative R of 1 is to 0.5. Something I've been watching lots of Miles from Millennial FX's work. And that negative R strat of his proves successful when done right. So without further ado, we're going to look at what we can do with the turtle wave using a couple key levels. So the daily pivot, the weekly resistance, the EQ, daily highs. I'm going to see if we can find a couple confluences to help us take trades a little bit better. I've also been working on another modification here. Instead of using the 200 EMA, to use the 100 EMA. I think I'm going to call that the dolphin wave. Chad, let me know in the comments. Dolphin wave? Is that a thing? It sounds like a thing, man. Reason why I'm calling it the dolphin wave is dolphins are faster than turtles. And as you'll see here, 200 EMA, nowhere near price right now. 100 EMA, hugging price a bit more. So if you're someone who's a bit more of a machine gunner, the 100 EMA seems like it gives you more trades per session. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so right now I'm going to ignore the 100 EMA. I'm just going to be focusing on the 200 just for these trades, just not to complicate things too much. I'm going to go 3 candles per second. And now we're just going to wait for price to tap into that 200 EMA. That is our first point of action, is where is that price tapping into the 200 EMA. After that, we're going to look at where we are, where price is overall in terms of those key levels, and that's going to help us. Whoa, what happened here? Back up. Oh, pause over there. Okay. Wait, can I back up a little bit here? So that's the one thing I do not like about TradingView's backtesting software. What's this? 2nd of August at 4 o'clock. Let's back up just a little bit here. What did I say? 20th? August was the 8th. Jerusalem. August 20th, and I want to go to, let's go to 3:30, just before that massive move happened. Okay. 20th of August at 3. There we go. Okay. What on earth is this music? Wait, no, skip that song. Okay, play. Okay. I'm waiting for that massive candle down. Let's go 1x. This was the right date, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it was the 21st, not 20th. It might have been. I don't know. We'll see now. Speed this up. Let's see my memory span. No man, am I looking at the right thing? Did I miss what we were looking at, Chad? No man, we were at the beginning of August, not the end of August. Why is no one in the chat telling me this? Wait, I lost you guys. 1 second. Y'all gotta be paying attention, because clearly I'm not. Clearly I'm not. Wait, let's go right back. Here, Chad. Okay, now where? Okay. There. I don't know where my head was at there. Okay. Let's try this again. So right now we're going to wait for price to go into this 200 EMA. This was August of 2024, so just the beginning of last month, which is when we started to head towards all-time highs, or in that range of all-time highs. So we're going to see if we can use these confluences to make our hit rate just a little bit better. Okay. Price teasing us a little bit, wants to come to where we are. Let me just move this chart better. And all we're doing is we're going to wait for price. And that's the thing about this strat, is it can test your patience sometimes, because there will be a couple days where nothing happens. Yes, these candles moved fast. Okay, I'm not going to reverse again and lose it. So what we would have done here, I'm going to guess this is 430 must have been some kind of economic event. I'm going to go back just so that we can... So we can understand the full context of where we are when certain things happen. So, what date was that? The 2nd of August. What happened on the 2nd of August? 2nd of August. Apply settings. So, 2nd of August. There actually wasn't anything that happened that day. We had NFP at 2:30. Nothing came out at 4. So that was NFP there at 2:30. It's very interesting to see what would have caused this bearish ass candle. Now, wait, let me just change the music again, because this is hippie music. I need to come up with a playlist. Anyone have any good suggestions for some copyright free music so I don't get choked by YouTube? So if we're looking at our confluences here, what happened leading up to this is we formed Asia lows here. Tested Asia high, formed Asia highs, tested and broke above Asia highs, and then came up. We then broke past the weekly R2, went almost to the daily R2, broke down, and then this wouldn't have been... I don't know. I don't know what news event. It might have been some kind of tweet headline or something came out, caused this massive bearish drop, tapped into Asia lows. So what we might have wanted to look at is like, okay, cool. We've tapped into Asia lows. We've broken past the 200 EMA. If we can break past this, if we can break past Asia lows and break past this candle's low, then we'll be looking for a continuation coming down, which we would have gotten here. So looking at the various trades and keeping to the turtle waves overall strategy, we're taking the bottom of that low, gone 10 pips below that. Why 10 pips below? Because in case there are any liquidity grabs there before price reverses, we want to avoid the bulk of those liquidity grabs. Now, we would have taken, and now here's when there are going to be some slight differences here. So we would have taken a 1:1, a 50 pip stop with a 50 pip price target. Did I do that correctly now? Why does this look massive? Not 500, not 5,000. There we go. So we would have taken, now this is going to be very interesting, because now... Did price go up first, then down, or did price drive down and then up? Can I change timelines here? No, still doesn't tell me what happened here. Okay, so now this might have actually been a loss, eh? Wait, let's go into the 1 minute. Decipher what these candles actually did. Can I go into the 1 minute? It won't let me go back. Because you had this candle close here. You had this candle open here. But did this candle drive down, create this bottom wick? It must have. It must have. Because it opened here, it closed there. So we would have been tapped into this trade. It would have driven up, taken us out. And then the very next 3 minute candle taps back in. That would have been such a shitty way to lose a trade. Okay, so that would have been a loss, actually. How you like them apples? Go back to the 15. Hey, such a shitty way to lose a trade, Chad. Yo. Okay, so that would have been a loss if we had followed the rules to a T, which is actually really good information. So on a big day like NFP, where we know price is a little bit more volatile, because check how big this move is. This is a... What would have... I struggle with numbers this big. 300 pip move. Yeah, see. So that would have been a loss. I think we should mark these as we go along, because I will forget. Let's say trade score, wins, losses, DE. Okay, so that would have been a loss there. And that would have been a loss no matter which of the R's we took, because it tapped into the trade and then came out. So you can see on the 5 minute, you would have been tagged into the trade here, and it would have reversed on you and tagged you out there right before playing out in your direction. One of the most frustrating ways to lose a trade, but that's just how she rolls. So we would, even if we had a 2R, a 1R, or a negative R, nah, it wouldn't have, because where's 50? That's 50 pips, so 25 would have been here, still would have been taken out. So that would have been a loss no matter what. Okay, that's fine. Losses happen, even unfortunate ones like that. So let's move on and wait for the next opportunity in price. Would we have gotten another entry? Not that day. No. I'm sticking to the looking for entries between 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the evening. So that pre-London Open up till the very late into New York. So anything that happens during Asia, we're not considering. So it's 8 o'clock start. That's still 6. That's in Asia. Just at the end of Asia. And this is the 8 o'clock candle here. So this is the 8 o'clock candle. We are... So let's say we came to price just as at 8 o'clock as this candle was printing. What we would have looked at is what happened just before that is price came in, closed above. Price then printed another candle that closed below. Price printed another candle that closed below. And what we would have done is, okay, look, what are the major key levels in that area? We have the EQ up here. We have the daily pivot up here. Asia highs, Asia lows. So this massive dark blue line here, I'm thinking is a weekly. So the weekly pivot can be a major area for support. And at the start here, we have not yet tapped into the weekly pivot area. So so I might have been, if you consider the weekly pivot, what's the word? Anxious about taking a trade above the weekly pivot, because the weekly pivot can be an area of reversals. However, we broke past the weekly pivot at the very beginning of the week on the Monday already, rejected this other major one. This must be the monthly pivot down here. Rejected the monthly pivot, came back up, retested monthly pivot, came back up, broke through weekly pivot, and now we're coming back down. So I'm like, okay, cool. If we're coming up, testing the weekly pivot again, this might be a sign that we're coming here for support to come back up. We've tested the monthly pivot twice in recent time. So I would have been very nervous to take the trade above this weekly pivot. So what would be something we could consider is waiting for a bit more of an extension move just below the weekly pivot. This does pull very far away from where the turtle wave is though. So these are things to consider. Like, okay, cool. Like, am I waiting for a safer move? And if I am, by the time the safer move happens, the original move I would have caught already played out. So we're gonna see if strategies like this, using these key levels, is a way to avoid some of our losses, and it doesn't sacrifice some of our wins. So I would have taken it 10 pips below the weekly pivot. And had we taken it 10 pips below the weekly pivot, we'll go for a 1:1. That one would have played out beautifully for the 1:1. So where I need the anchored one. Where's the anchored one? I need you. Trade score. Okay, we'll do yeah. 1R wins, losses, BE, and then 2R. But Chad, let me know if this makes sense so far. We're introducing a new cap. Why is my caps not working? Cap lock on. There we go. Wins, losses, BE, and then we'll do 0.5R wins, losses, BE. And let me just adjust the size of this thing because it is massive. Hey, bud. Yeah. Okay. Put you over there. So we have losses for each of these bad boys. Get rid of you. Okay. So this would have been a win for the 1:1. It would have been a win for the 0.5:1. And let's see if we would have gotten the win on the 2R. Slow. Ooh, I need a playlist, Chad. What is this music? I can only suggest NCS playlist. Let me type this in, NCS playlist. Cause jeez, I don't know what I'm listening to right now. NCS playlist. Jeez, Chad, this is something. Okay, wait a second. 50 biggest songs. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that I can work with. Who suggested that? Rux, thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Dylan, I added the 20 EMA as a confluence as well. So when the 20 is above the 200, I go long. When the 20 is... I will admit, I didn't backtest it properly. I just had a quick look at it. I wasn't quite seeing the correlation, but I should sit down this weekend and look at that properly. Yeah, dude, that's a laptop that's a laptop smashing trade. That is cack. Okay, so looking at see if the 2R trade would have played out, and that is a no-go. What would have happened here? 9:15 would have been like the London Open. 2R would have gotten its ass kicked. So 2R having 2 losses there. No, wrong way. 1R having the 1 win, 1 loss. 2R having 2 losses, and that one having the 1 win. But you can see what I'm saying with this weekly pivot being a strong area of support, because we only got 70, 80 pips below here before a complete reversal back up. So for some of these, this would have been a win. For some of these, it would have been a loss, which is why with this strat, it's really, it can be difficult to really gauge where your long-running trades are going to happen. So this is why I'm testing with the shorter trades, if that isn't perhaps a slightly better strat overall. So let's see if this closed above, because this would have been our first trade of the day. No, we closed below again. I wouldn't have gone for a re-entry on this, though. And then... Okay, I wouldn't have justified a re-entry on the turtle wave. But you can see how... Looked for a little bit more liquidity, retested the daily pivot and the EQ, then dropped. So, that's an interesting one. What we could have also done is, even though we had broken below the 200 EMA, we could have waited for a retest of the EQ and daily pivot after breaking past it and tried to take the trade from there. It would have been above the 200 EMA though. So would have been a weird one for the turtle wave, but that is something you could have considered. But those like reversal plays, I think we're going to leave those for now. Because I think that kind of delves into a completely different strat other than the turtle wave. So, going forward in time, waiting for price to get back to that 200 EMA. Going in. Tapping into the 100. We're going to do about a month's worth of data here, Chad. Ah, you see how it teased it? Came really close to touching it and not at all. So yeah, you have to be really patient with this strat. The nice thing is it does prevent you from over trading. It's a real like, listen, here's your entry confirmation, you take it. If you don't get your entry confirmation, you don't take it, and that's just how you roll. Nice thing is that it does stop you from taking unnecessary losses. Now, looking here, where a tap, did that actually touch the 200 EMA? It did, so it would have been a valid entry to try and short below this candle that tapped into the 200 EMA, came down, and this would have been below your daily pivot, above your Asia highs, which have been retested, but your Asia lows have not been retested, and you have this, I'm going to guess this is a weekly support, yeah, the weekly support one down here. So it would have been valid to try and take the trade below this candle. So what we're going to do is, anticipating if price does come back 10 pips below there, which is below that candle as well, which is a nice little safety measure there. And now with a trade like this, the overall trend of price on the 15 broke above is still bullish technically, but price could come all the way back down to the daily support and still be overall bullish. Bearish on their bullish pullback. So you could come down to the daily S1. No, not to the daily S1. You could come down to the weekly S1 and still be in this bullish pullback, and that'd be fine. But overall, price was bearish long term. So you could anticipate that this pullback is now done, and you're going to go down to the daily S1, maybe even daily S2 for the overall bearish move. So this might be one way you could try for an extended target. We're not going to do that in this session, but this could be one where you try for an extended target. Now, having said that, yeah, this next candle also closed below. So let's see what happened as price went on. Okay, we had one closure above, and that would have also been valid to try and take the turtle wave above here, but here we run into our first issue. Taking the trade, trying to do the bullish trade up there, you run into that daily R1, which would have been a resistance point. So what you might look at here is maybe aggressively managing the trade a little bit more because you have this resistance just before take profit. So let's see which one of these actually gets tapped in and puts us into the trade. If any of them. I will admit, though, I prefer the shorts over the longs. Okay, we got into the shorts. What's going to happen here? And stop loss hit just before TP. Oh, that would have infuriated me. So that would have been the stop loss on all the trades there. Let's just mark that so we don't forget. A reversal to stop loss just before the TP would have been hit. So you can see here, this was 50 pips, eh? Yeah. So looking at what price did, it came up, closed above, immediately closed below the 200 EMA again. Now remember, we used this candle as our candle of entry because that was the first one that touched the 200 EMA. What we might have maybe considered is, okay, cool, maybe use the candle, the first significant candle, after a breakdown below. So what that would have been is this candle over here because we closed above and then this one closed below again. That close was right on the nose though. Actually, no, that one closed just above. So this one closed just below. What you could have taken is if we got below the EQ again, a close below the EQ, which was this candle here, and then try to take it from there, you would have avoided, yeah, you would have been entered somewhere around there. That might have been TP already. This pullback, let's say you hadn't hit TP, this pullback wouldn't have taken you out. You'd been back at break even, and then you'd have ridden it there. So because we have the 200 EMA over here, a break above close, a break below close, and the EQ there, it might have been smarter to take it from the EQ down. Again, this is all like we're trying to figure out which confluences work best with this strat. So we're marking down these, we're noting down what these correlations are, but we're keeping the turtle strat as close to what its originally intended mission is meant to be, and then taking it from there. So that would have been a loss here. This would have been, it would have been a late entry too. Gone in at 5+5, which also make note of the times these trades work out. So for example, it might be like, hey, listen, if you're not in the trade by 5, it's probably not going to play in your favor. Those are also things that we can consider moving forward with the strat. Ruck saying the EQ is a strong level as well, so have to consider it always. Exactly. So we could have considered what was happening because the 200 EMA and the EQ are right next to each other. So we could have considered, okay, listen, if we're breaking below the EQ again, that isn't a really good sign for these buys. And it might be a better entry to get closer to the EQ and take the entry from there rather than as extended as we took it. Okay, let's move on to next day's price. Where are we in the date? 7th of August. Touch me. Touch me, baby, touch me. Come on. There we go, Chad. Okay. What time is this? 8 o'clock, 8:15 in the morning. We got a close above, but we got a rejection of this daily R1. So you're like, okay, cool. If price breaks above this daily R1, we have 2 rejection candles, equal highs here. If price breaks above there, good confluence that we might drive at least up into like the previous daily high. So we have some room to the top to play with, level to level. So we would take that 10 pips above. Going for the long there. And we'll just set the 1:1 on here. And that is the only valid one for now. Let the price play out. Okay, we got an immediate close below. And we run into a very similar situation to what we ran into on this day with the 200 EMA and the EQ, because the EQ is in the same spot, are playing with each other. So you're like, okay, cool. Maybe, after breaking below this 200 EMA, it might want to, although it did test the EQ. The EQ has been tested already because we broke above, came back, tested, rejected, then flew up. So there's no real need for it to test the EQ again. What it might be doing is testing Asia highs, because we broke above Asia highs, closed significantly above. This just might be a retest of Asia highs. So I'm not super comfortable taking the short just below Asia highs, in between Asia highs and the EQ, because this just might be a nice little test of Asia highs. It might go a deeper test of Asia highs and still come up. So I'm not comfortable taking it there. So using the key levels, we're going to take that as a sign like, listen, not super interested in the shorts right now. Let's see if that was a missed opportunity or if it was the right call. See, if we had taken those shorts down here, that would have destroyed us. So it looks like we at least avoided a loss there, because we did come back to retest the EQ. Let's see what happens. Okay, would have been tapped into the trade here. And with a smash TP. Okay, that was the first one where using these key levels really gave us some really good insights into what's going on here. So this would have been a win for the 1R and 0.5R. Would we have gotten the 2R win? We're just shy. I mean, that's so close, I'd probably call it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that would have gotten us a win on all fronts there. The 2R's first win. And they were 2 for 2 on the 0.5. So far, anecdotally, the 1R is at break even. The 2R is at -1, and the 0.5R is at -1. So break even, -1 and -1. -1? No, yeah, -1. Okay, let's keep it going. What time was this trade at? This trade was... Okay, we could still potentially enter another trade depending on what price does here. See how it jumped from the EQ and Asia high? Yeah, the EQ is a very powerful level. I know Keegan trades, I think what he calls his grubber strat. Taking a grubber trade is taking trades from the EQ on US 30 and NAS. He hasn't really played too much with it on gold, but US 30 and NAS, he loves that EQ play. Now, and also, if we look at... Okay, that one never played that. Get rid of that. This, if we had decided to hold, let's say hold until about 8 o'clock, this would have been quite an extended move to go into. So we do need to figure out, using these key levels, especially because we closed above the daily R1, and that's what entered us in. Now, a close above the daily R1 typically means if the daily R1 holds, you're probably going to go for the daily R2. So we could have maybe used daily R2, and we even got into where daily R3 is. We could have used those as confluences, like, okay, cool, because of where our entry is and how great it was, we might want to go to daily R2 and maybe trail our stop loss as we go along, maybe targeting daily R3. So those are some things we can look at in adding to what the turtle wave does. So yeah, just waiting for us to get back to the 200 EMA. How much time we got? We can still go for another 15 minutes, Chad. But yeah, let me know if this is making sense. If you guys are enjoying this thing, what other suggestions you guys want me to do for our next session next week. Any other confluences you want me to consider. Chris was telling me about a couple other indicators that he thinks might be of value in learning when to hold the turtle wave for a little bit of an extended move and when to close it for shorter moves. I think it was an RSI or something. I just need him to just run me through them a little bit more. So we can maybe look into that next week. Okay, price moving along quite aggressively above here, hugging that dolphin wave. That's also another thing I want to look into this week, is that dolphin wave. because let's just pause there. Because if you look, and the reason why I call it dolphin wave because it's faster, it would have. Okay, let's start here. Okay, looking at how volatile price was around it, we was probably, what time was this? 8 o'clock was here. We'd have probably looked for buys there. We might have gotten our butt bitten there. We may have looked for sells there, which is a similar move to this, and that would have knocked us there. We would have looked for buys somewhere. Oh no, it was too early in the morning. Wait for it. 8 o'clock there. We might have looked for buys around here, and I think we would have gotten a slightly earlier entry versus here. Would have been a little bit riskier knowing our R1 was there, but might have made it there. We got a touch here, a couple rejections. We would have attempted a buy there, which would have won, and we could have gotten an entry here, which may or may not, with how much space we have won. So the 100, a lot more trades. Doesn't seem like the trades are as reliable as the 200, but that is something we can look at moving forward. Brian saying trail 9 EMA for the turtle wave, but only close when price closes above or below. Oh, the 9 EMA. That's actually quite interesting, bud. Okay, the 9. I'm gonna look into that for the next session. No, that was in the morning. Okay, whoa, what happened here? That was fast. This is pre-open, so we got some really volatile action here. So that's also another thing to consider, is what to do when price crosses that 200 EMA due to some kind of news event. Because I'm guessing, based on this candle, that was a news event. 14th of October. Let's actually check. What was happening on the 14th October? Why do I keep saying October? I'm in a hurry for October, Chad. 14th August 2:30 was, that was CPI. Oh, CPI wrecked me, that guy. Yeah. Is that the CPI we lost just now? No. I think on the US 30, I just survived the CPI. I think I got wrecked by the NFP. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. Okay, but that was CPI. And something pre-open here happened here. So now we know, okay, cool. Listen, after a move like this, our 50 pip stop loss is not going to be anything, because this candle alone, the single 15-minute candle, is 164 pips. So our 50 pip stop loss, not a thing. Also, daily S2 right here. So turtle wave would be saying, okay, you're going to take 10 pips below the close of this candle right down there. But we have the daily S2 here. Price might still come back to want to retest the daily S2, because when you get that close to it, it's like, why didn't you just go all the way? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to come back later to it? Like, what's the plan here? So what might be a better play is taking it 10 pips below the daily S2 itself and trying that continuation move there. I don't like it because of how far it is from where price is right now, but we are just testing out theories right now. So we'll give it a shoddy shot, see what happens there. What we could also look at is like, okay, cool, let's assume price is going to come back and like a pullback for this massive little downward trend here. We might be able to take price, if it breaks above the 200 EMA here, to retest the daily pivot and EQ. So let's see if any of that plays out. I think we'd have been tapped in here. I am pleasantly surprised that worked out. I'll be honest with you, Chad. I didn't think that would work. I did not think that would work. But exactly what I said. Oh, we almost got sun-kissed here. Like, is that touching? Wait. Let's shift this whole thing up one. No, that's not touching. I mean, most people would have been out on spread on a candle like that, but TradingView says that was a no dice. So let's assume we're using raw spread on this. I'm shocked that worked. Okay. That would have been a hit on the 1 is to 1. Would we have gotten the 2 is to 1? Although with something like this, if we broke below the S2, I would have expected just the S3. But just for the mechanical sake, let's say we were still expecting a 2 is to 1. I think we would have just came up short. Let's see. I would have at least gotten break even once we hit the S3. Yes, no, yes, no. Okay, we can assume we would have hit a BE on that one using those confluences. Okay. So on the 2R, the 2R is not looking too hot for August. No? 1 BE. And then we got some wins for the other two. Rox, I'm also pleasantly surprised that worked, Joe. I'm surprised that worked. Like, 'cause that's the thing. Like this isn't a full-fledged strat yet. The turtle wave it's half a strat, but still it's a bunch of ideas put together, and we're like, you know what this is? This is the definition of fuck around and find out. The turtle wave is still in its fuck around and find out. What time is this? Too early. In the fuck around and find out stage. 8 o'clock. Okay. So now, similar to what we're looking at for yesterday's price action, we came here, we closed above, but we've retested this EQ. So, standard rule would have been, let me take this trade 10 pips above where we closed, but now we know 10 pips above that is right where the EQ is. What price could be doing is wants to tap EQ, come straight back down, maybe retest Asia highs. We have not retested Asia lows. So, really reluctant to want to take trade right at EQ trying to come down. Might be a good idea because we haven't tested the EQ either, but I'd be reluctant to bank on that. Especially because we would be wanting to go long because we can go lower. So what I was going to do, what we'll do here, we'll try 10 pips above the EQ itself, which is roughly about there. And then we'll see how that plays out. And price has not broken below that turtle wave just yet, so we won't consider the shorts. All right, let me just slow down this. Yeah, not considering the shorts just yet. Okay, we're below now. Yeah, we broke below there. And what I like about this candle is it also dipped below Asia high. So if we're considering the shorts, we would take them in here because there's a nice equal bottom there. If we're breaking significantly past that, we could be looking at going back into Asia lows. Okay, and then we're just going to look at which one of these gets tapped in first. Craig, my man, hope you're doing well. Craig caught himself a little turtle wave TP this morning. I missed it. It was earlier than when I started looking at the charts. I think entry was like at 7:45, 7:30, and I only started looking at the charts at like 8:15, so I completely missed it this morning. But he caught himself a nice one. Okay, let's see what happens here. What time is this anyway? Okay. Past EQ. Don't do it. Don't do it. Fat one go up. And smashing TP there. And I think we did well waiting for that break of the EQ. So let's see if 2R would be hit on that one. 2R would have just been hit just before this massive news scandal. And surprisingly enough, if we had kept this order in, would have smashed TP on both trades, Chad. Turtle wave with the double win. Claiming it. So that's 5 wins there. Finally, that 2R is coming in clutch. And 5 wins there. So far, looking at 1R, this is 3R on the 1R trade. 6 minus 3, 3R on the 2R trade. And this would be 4 minus... What's 5 times 0. What's 2.5 minus 4? So we're at negative. Why can't I math today? 5 divided by 2 minus 2 is 0.5 up. The 0.5 would be 0.5 up. Jeez, Chad. Yo, can't math today. Brain is hazy. Okay, where are we on date? On the 15th. Let's do 2 more days. Let's do 2 more days. Hey, we're buying and we're selling. Double TP. This would have been on the same day. Listen, after 2 trades, call it. If you can enter more than 2 trades in the turtle wave in a day, it means price is ranging like a mofo. It's best you leave it alone. Because the turtle wave does not do well in the range. Which is why I haven't liked it this last month and a bit. Because we've been ranging around where all-time highs are. So you can see here, like this was a nice clean break, this was a nice clean break, and then we just ranged here. So if you had tried to keep going, you would have been clapped both ways on this. So we're waiting for... So this is next day's prize action. Because, yeah, 8 o'clock candle is here. Now, like I said, from last night into today, we're ranging here. So I'm like, okay, cool. Listen, I'm not actually comfortable taking a trade while we're ranging in this block. So this is about where Asia lows are and just above where Asia highs are. So what we would look at doing is like, okay, we want to wait until a break of Asia lows, because then it looks like we're out of this consolidation range, and a significant break above Asia highs, and we'll take the trade from there rather. Yeah. Okay, we got a close above the range there. What happened here though? What time is this? 9:45, 9:30. I don't think we get news at 9:30, do we? So we'd look at, that's a significant break above there. And if we're being honest, this next candle would have probably dragged us in because that's within 100 pips. So would we have just taken the close above that range, the body close above that range, or would we have considered the wicks? I would have probably taken it right there, if I'm being honest. Let's see how that would have played out. Although, having said that, broke above Asia high, closed, retested Asia high, failing to close. Yeah, I would have probably taken that. Let's see if that would have worked out. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to, and it did. Laka. Okay, would the 2R have been hit on this one? Also, bearing in mind, we're also, yes, 2R would have been hit on that one as well. Also, bearing in mind with the 2R, what we could also look at doing is once we hit 1:1, going break even on the 2R. And I haven't been doing that right now in this session. I'll maybe look back and see if the 2R, like, take some of those losses away and turn them into break evens, and then the 2R's profitability swings. So we'll see if that affects its wins and losses if you went break even as soon as you hit 1:1. But I see we solved a nice little problem here with the turtle wave in a ranging market. Just waiting for it to break completely out of that range. Because it would have been valid for us to try and take the short right here. Because we broke below, we closed. we would have, no, even before that, we would have been valid for us to try and take the buy here, because that happened at 8. And, okay, we would have missed that buy. We would have hit TP, actually, luckily, because we would have entered the buy somewhere around here. This candle would have entered us in, and would have hit TP there. But it would have also been valid to try and, like, okay, cool, let's hedge our bets here. Take a sell below there, which would have entered us in. I don't think this is enough room. I need 600 points from the close of that candle to here. So no, that would have been a loss, and then we would have gotten a win here. So instead of getting 1 win, 1 loss, we just got the straight up win there. But yeah, so waiting for it to break the range looks like it's a really good confluence. This is only one trade. So hard to tell long term, but this is good data so far. Also, looking at where 2R is, we would have had to have broken. Yes, guys. I think I need caffeine. I'm half awake today. Would have had to break in previous daily highs, broken weekly R1, and then touched daily R1. So quite some resistance to go to, as you can see from how the candlestick anatomy, how each one formed. We did struggle getting through previous daily highs, came back for a little bit more liquidity, broke there, and then ran through. Okay, let's do one more day. One more day. We have time for one more day. Let's see here. The brain isn't brain today, my guy. Like, I don't know what is up with me today. Since you've hit 1 to 1, you go BE for 1 to 2. I think that might be the smart way to go about it. If you're gonna go for an extended move, as soon as you go 1 to 1, go break even from there. I'm probably gonna start practicing that. If I start doing a 1 to 2 in my forward testing, I think that's what I'm gonna go for. Hey Mo. Hey everybody, Mo just walked in. He's trying to learn the secrets of the turtle wave. What do you say? Silver camera, no. Although I wasn't looking, so I might have just walked past it. Okay, all good. Okay, looking for one more, Chad. Looking for one more. I feel like a light just went off. It actually ticks me off when he gets this close and then doesn't do anything. I'm like, don't tease me. Because there are some days, Chad, where I'll be looking at the charts intermittently, like every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, depending on how close we are to the 200 EMA, and this thing will not tap in. I think that's when we went for all-time highs again. Oh. Wait. What time was this one? This little tap was at 6, technically within what we look at doing. So we had this nice aggressive rejection of the 200 EMA there. We then broke above Asia highs again. This is the same day, Tuesday. So we were at the EQ, we broke Asia lows, broke well above. Looks like we're retesting Asia highs, an aggressive rejection of the 200 EMA. You think I would have? Now, I see this here, where I get uncomfortable is what's this giant line here? That's the monthly R1 is right here. What could just be happening is we've broken past the monthly R1. We need a little bit more liquidity, so we'll retest the monthly R1 just before dropping again. So we don't have, what does Chris call it? Much of an advantage point. So if we ignore these candles here, if we're just taking here, this close above after an aggressive entry, 100 pips above, we would have wanted to enter there. I would have wanted to enter there. But now, how much? That is decently paused. So we might have maybe taken this trade and just say, listen, once we hit the monthly R1, go break even, because this could be an area where it's going to reject heavily back. It did retest it here with this candle, broke below, retested. So, but we would still expect it to really break past this and not really want to return. you don't have much room to work with. You only have 30 pips to work with if you go break even, but it would avoid a bad trade. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so going break even there. Smash pass. Smash pause. Don't do it. Don't do it, you son of a bitch. Okay. And if we had just left it open, it would have gone to TP. At least for the 1R. Would we have gotten the 2R on that? Where's 2R? Let's see what happens. Now the 2R would have hit break even as well if we had held. The price eventually have made it though. It looks promising. Okay, let's just fast forward here a little bit. Seeing as this is the last one. Okay, no, wouldn't have made it anyway. So I think we did still get our half R. So half R for the win there. And we'll be honest with ourselves. That was a break even for the 2R. And that would have also been a break even for the 1R because of where the, is that the weekly or the monthly? Which R is that? The monthly R1 was. But not bad, Chad. Not bad. At least it wasn't a loss. Because with the monthly R1 right there, that could have easily hit and rejected immediately. But came back for a little bit more liquidity before coming all the way down. So those were using the key levels with the turtle wave. Anecdotally, this isn't looking bad. This is 6 minus 2 is 4. So 4R, so 4% on the 1R strat in 21 days. So 4% in 21 days is not bad at all. The 2R strat, okay, I'm mathing again. 8, because this is 4 times 2 minus 3. So 7, 6, 5. 5% on the 2R. Hey. But listen, like, I'm not gonna, like, 5%, but with, like, more losses, more break-evens, psychologically, this would be very daunting on the brain. This is nice because, like, oh, you won 6 times and you lost twice. That doesn't, like, overall, you feel like you're winning, whereas this, you maybe don't feel like you're winning as much. On the half R, 7 wins to 2 losses. Feels like you're winning quite a bit. However, it's, the losses are... No, you divide the wins by 2. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Right? Yes, 3.5 minus 2, 1.5. So, feels like you're winning, only 1.5 R. Still feels like you're winning. This is 4R. So, the 1R seems way more profitable than the half R. The losses just hit you a lot harder with the half R. And the losses seem like they are just as plentiful as the losses with the 1R. So things to be considered. Where'd the music go? Yes, I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, Chad. That was session number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me go full screen here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that sesh. Let me know in the comments down below, what would you like to see me do next week? I do take suggestions. And if you have any friends who want to get into trading gold, want to try the turtle wave, don't know what it's about, please share the video with them. Hit the likes, Chad. What are we doing on the likes? I can't even tell. Hey, y'all have been hitting the like button. Thank you. Appreciate y'all, fam. But yeah, this was fun, guys. I'm going to do the same thing next week, Thursday, 12 o'clock. It's pretty much going to be the standard schedule. Tuesdays, I go live at 12 o'clock also, where we just do fun little react videos. I pick a really interesting video that's funny and interesting, trading related, and we just watch it together and we react to it. So if you guys are keen on that, go ahead and sub there. And then I do a more review or educational video on the Wednesday. And then Traders Next Door, Tuesday morning and Friday morning on the 2Gs channel. That's more trading news, what's related to what's happening on in terms of fundamentals and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the sesh. Rux and Dylan with the W sesh. Boys, I appreciate your time. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Brian, I'm definitely going to check out the 9 EMA and using that as TP confirmation. What did you say? Trail the 9 EMA for the turtle wave. Only close when price closes above and below. So trailing the 9 EMA. I'm going to look into that. I think now this afternoon. I'm going to look and see how well that works in terms of trailing your TP there. Guys, I hope you had a fan-freaking-tastic session, and I will see you next week, or actually tomorrow morning on the 2Gs channel. We'll see you guys then. Hope you guys have a fan-freaking-tastic day. Ciao for now.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?